So we've done a video on the Xperia 5 Mark III, the Xperia 1 Mark III, Xperia 1 Mark IV, the Xperia Pro I. So now Xperia has just announced they're releasing the Xperia 5 Mark IV. Ooh. So given that we've already created so much content already with the different models of Xperia phones that we've shot with, I really want to try to do something unique with this one. So I just spoke with Sony and they've told us that they will be announcing this phone September 1st. And we have our model now to use. So I have exactly 1 week to come out with this video. So hopefully if you're watching this, it's September 1st. Did we do it? So really, time is of the essence if I want to shoot, edit, and get this whole video going. So I sat down with my marketing team here and we come up with some ideas, the concept being a content creation challenge. Given that this phone is for content creators to use in any context, they really are aware of how short form video is obviously taking over, whether it's social media, even YouTube Shorts, TikTok, everyone knows what's going on there. So they really wanted to make a device that's going to give full-on capabilities to content creators everywhere. So the challenge is, can we create a week's worth of content in one day, exclusively shooting with the Xperia 5 Mark IV? So the stipulations are gonna be that, one, the content needs to be photography or video related. It has to show off some feature of this phone. I don't wanna just do some sort of weird TikTok dance challenge or something funny like that. I want it to be in the realm of what we posted in the past and what I think will show off the features of this phone. The next challenge will be, it has to be a week's worth of content. So at least 5 usable, either Reels, TikToks, or YouTube Shorts. Because if I was hypothetically posting 1 a day, I need at least 5. Obviously, it could be more. Really, that's the gist of the challenge. We're gonna see what we can do with the Xperia 5 Mark IV. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I have the awesome Focus marketing team on Slack. They've agreed to help ideate for this challenge. We're all in on it together. So I've got Milanote open. I'm gonna doom scroll the internet until I find what I think are some really cool trends happening right now, whether it's trendy music or trendy styles for a photo reel or a video reel. And see what we can get out of the web that will inspire us to sort of complete this challenge. I have some ideas off the top of my head of what I want to do already with the phone, but I also every now and then want to take a look at what's going on. So let's do it. So I just want to say, if you've never used Milanote, it's a really cool website or app that lets you essentially organize a lot of your ideas or do things like mood boards, storyboards. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it if you've already sort of been watching YouTube videos like this for content creators. We're not sponsored by them, of course, but I do like to use it to keep organized. And it's a really easy way to have the whole marketing team involved in one app. So then everyone can write their ideas down. We can all share cool posts that we think would be good for this challenge. All right, I think we got started some cool ideas. I'm gonna do that for the rest of the day today. And tomorrow is really our day. We gotta go out and shoot. We got Crystal and Keith on board. One's gonna shoot BTS. One might do some modeling for us. Let's see what we can do in a day. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Pressure is on. Let's do it, Xperia. All right, we're in Williamsburg, Brooklyn at Domino Park with the Xperia 5 Mark IV. And today we're gonna do our challenge. We've got a lot of the Focus team here with us helping us out. We got Olivia behind the camera. Thank you, Olivia. And we have all day, one day, to shoot as much content as possible. The goal is to hit enough content, 1 week's worth of content essentially, all shot with the Xperia 5 Mark IV. We want to show off the video capabilities and the photo capabilities of this phone and why it is the perfect phone for content creators. So Yesterday we spent some time pre-planning. In Milano we have a couple of hot Instagram Reels and TikToks that we thought would be good blueprints to follow for some inspiration for today. So the challenge is we're gonna try to get at least 5 videos based on the inspiration we have. So let's get started. All right, so the first shot, the idea we have is from a creator called It Is Will, and he does this sort of infinite walk shot where it's just a bunch of match cuts, but it looks like a really cool effect. So we're gonna try that first. We're looking for a lot of straight lines. So we have this sort of straight walkway right here. I have Crystal and Keith, who are our models for today, and we're gonna see what we can do. So also for this shot, we'll be shooting on the Cinematography Pro app. I'm using the 24mm lens because it's an f2.2, I believe. We don't have the ND filter attachment, so I'm gonna hold it up to this because that's what we gotta do. And yeah, I think that'll work the best for this at regular 24 frames per second. All right, so I'm trying to keep like a consistent distance every time to help the match cut work better. And I'm not counting because I'm talking, but I'm gonna do 10 steps away from the talent. And all right, so I'm gonna try to keep this distance, helicopter. I'm gonna try to keep this distance for every shot we do throughout the day. All right, so for this next one, we want to test out the photography capabilities of the Xperia 5 Mark IV. So it has a 16mm lens, a 24mm lens, and a 65mm lens. We are gonna have our talent pose from up high and sort of get some power shots with the phone, some tall buildings. There's some cool, obviously, TikTok and Instagram Reels that we'll mimic here. So let's just do it. Olivia is also, who's behind camera now, is a way better photographer than me, so she's probably gonna take the photos, but we'll take turns. Why my back is good. Look at the camera. Look down the camera. I like to take your foot out as if you were like gonna kick the camera with your shoe. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and. Found a really cool green truck. I'm gonna shoot in 120 frames per second here and try to do a bunch of speed ramping, like one of those videos with really cool truck in Williamsburg. I'm tired. Another one off the checklist. That's all I wanted to say. It's 3 o'clock.
You're out of focus, wait.
Good. It's more natural. Let me check my Xperia phone. It's only 2:20. We got all day until sunset, but that's done. For the last portion of the video, we shot some really simple video portrait style shots of Crystal and Keith. I shot mostly in the 16mm and 24mm lenses on the Xperia 5 Mark IV. I really like these two focal lengths for something like this, and having the option to shoot in 4K 120 on all 3 of the phone's cameras was once again amazing. Being able to run around all day and shoot multiple different styles of video and photography with one device made the day way easier than it was going to be. So I'm back in the studio with the Xperia 5 Mark IV. It's Monday. We had the weekend to sort of review the footage, rest up after that really hot day, and really reflect on what the Xperia 5 Mark IV is able to do out in the field. Every time I shoot really run and gun like that, even if there is a little bit of a plan, it's always pretty stressful not knowing exactly what I did and didn't get. So over the next 2 days before this video is able to drop and the embargo is lifted from the phone, I will have to review the footage and edit together really quick. Hopefully we get that week's worth of content, which was our goal with this video here, shooting with the Xperia 5 Mark IV.
I can really go off of my experience shooting with it on that day and also using other Xperia smartphone models. And every time the Xperia drops a new model, something higher is achieved. Like on this phone, what stuck out to me is having that 4K 120 capability on all 3 of their cameras in the back, and also having a really improved front camera as well, which you'll definitely notice if you're taking selfie photos. Similar to the last Xperia model that they dropped, which was really focusing on videographers and filmmaking consumers, this phone has those 3 excellent cameras with different sensor sizes that takes really quality videos, all 4K 120, but it's gonna be, I believe, $500 more affordable than that last Xperia model at $1,000. So you're getting that same video quality with a much cheaper and also more compact model of the Xperia phone. So I loved what they were able to do there. It seems clear to me, having spoken with Sony and also having used the Xperia model now, they are really trying to not be a jack of all trade, master of none, but really be a master of the smartphone for content creators in this new vertical landscape where everything is focusing on short form video and vertical photography. So they definitely have that emphasis in this phone, and I think it does achieve that. It's obviously amazing to carry around with you and really easy to use as a filmmaking option, having both the Videography Pro and Cinematography Pro app along with their Photography Pro app. Being able to fully manually control this as a camera is always an amazing option to have, and is a lot of fun to use in the field as well. My main advice to you would be really understand your manual controls over a camera, because that's going to really unlock the full potential of a phone like the Xperia 5 Mark IV. Also, highly recommend getting an ND filter on this. It's going to give you a lot more control over your exposure for especially days like we shot on Thursday, which was extremely sunny. An ND filter is going to come in handy. I now have about 2 days to edit this video, along with putting together the week's worth of content we were able to shoot on Thursday. So I'm going to get started on that. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you don't mind subscribing to our channel and turning notifications on, that always goes a super long way. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.